Hello everyone. Today we're going to learn about packaging existing software with Nix. If you were in the other videos, we kind of did the other stuff already, and now we're at this part here in the tutorial. So if you go to Nix Dev Tutorials, then you will see we covered all of this, and now we're up to here, packaging existing software. So I doubt we'll get through everything today. Well, we'll see. I'm trying to keep this a little bit shorter because I feel like, tell me in the comments, like, are these like, when I do an hour-long video, is that like really too long and you prefer something around 15 or 20 minutes each and break it up that way? Or do you kind of, because usually with the hour-long videos, it's just me like being confused, right? I can try to make it shorter. If you're new here, it's like I'm someone who doesn't know what I'm learning here, so you're learning it with me. And maybe for you that's helpful because sometimes I'm watching people and they just zip by through things and I'm lost, right? I can't keep up. And here you'll be using the same documentation as me, the links in the description. You can go along and do it at the same time with me. And if you have any problems, come over to the Discord server. That's also in the description. And we can talk about it or ask me questions or whatever. Oh, I want to start by thanking Isabel who showed me this Noogle thing. I guess she saw my video where I was writing the first Advent of Code 2019 in Nix, and I couldn't find a lot of the functions, right? I'm like searching through it and it's terrible like online. But here you can just write toInt, and then you see like, oh, here are like the functions. And I think I was using lib strings to int, and then I would have found it like really quickly. So thanks so much, Isabel. That's really, really helpful. All right, so let's get started here. Packaging existing software with Nix. One of Nix's primary use cases is in addressing common difficulties encountered with packaging software, such as specifying and obtaining dependencies. In the long term, Nix helps tremendously with alleviating such problems. But when first packaging existing software with Nix, it's common to encounter errors that seem inscrutable. What a good word, huh? Introduction. In this tutorial, you'll create your first Nix derivations to package C, C++ software, taking advantage of the Nix package's standard environment, which automates much of the work involved. We keep hearing about derivations, but they're unclear what they've been up till now, so we'll see if we learn. What will you learn? The tutorial begins with hello. That's like a nice song. Hello. An implementation of Hello World, which only requires dependencies already provided by standard environment. Next, you will build more complex packages with their own dependencies, leading you to use additional derivation features. You'll encounter and address Nix error messages, build failures, and a host of other issues, developing your iterative bugging techniques along the way. This sure sounds like an adventure. We're going to have problems and failures, fires. Okay, what do you need? You need to know Unix, how to use editors. You guys should be using Helix editor because it's written in Rust and it's really, really fast. Just kidding. You can use whatever you want. VS Code users, I'm sure you all are. You should be confident with reading the Nix language. Feel free to go back. Yes, feel free and go back into my programming language Nix videos, and you can learn those too. Your first package. Note, a package is a loosely defined concept that refers to either a collection of files and other data or a Nix expression representing such a collection before it comes into being. Packages and Nix packages have a conventional structure, allowing them to be discovered in searches and composed environments alongside other packages. Right, so in Nix packages, which is that like attribute set we get back, I guess it has like a structure for each of whatever a package is, and we don't know what that structure is yet. But it could be just like when you say, oh, it's a package, it's like a loose concept. For purposes of this tutorial, a package is a Nix language function. Okay, so a package is a function that will evaluate to a derivation. Isn't a derivation a function too? Well, we don't know yet. It will enable you or others to produce an artifact for practical use as a consequence of having packaged existing software with Nix. All right, this was a little bit obscure, but we'll just have trust in the Nix gods and continue. To start, consider the skeleton derivation. All right, this is a skeleton derivation. I don't think we're going to have to type this yet because I don't think it does anything, right? Where am I? I'll make a default.nix maybe. Yeah, I'll just write this. Standard environment. And then we call standard environment make derivation. So what is this? This is a function we have here, right? You see the colon here that tells us it's a function. This is the parameter. The brace tells us it's an attribute set, and we're getting something, an attribute called standard environment passed in. And then we use it and we call make derivation, which is a function, and we're passing it the empty attribute set. So I'll write this file as default.nix. The only thing I can't instantiate this nix instantiate because all it's going to do is give me back a function. Right, so can't do anything yet. And this is what it just said. This is what I just said. It's a function which takes an attribute set containing standard environment. It produces a derivation which currently does nothing. So I guess by calling this, it makes a derivation. A package function. GNU Hello is an implementation of the Hello World program with source code accessible from the GNU project's FTP server. I'm a little scared to click on, oh my god. Okay, let's look. We have tar files. Okay, I'm not going to download that. To begin, add a pname attribute to the set passed to make derivation. Every package needs a name and a version, and Nix will throw without. It will throw an error derivation name missing without. All right. So in here, we need to pass some stuff. We need a pname, which is hello. And we also need a version, which is 2.12.1. I'm adding that into the attribute set passed to make derivation, pname equals hello, and version with that specific version number. And still, like, running this will probably do nothing because it's still just a function. Next, you will declare a dependency on the latest version of hello and instruct Nix to use fetch-zip to download the source code archive. Oh, it just downloaded it. All right. Yeah. All right. So I didn't mean to do that. Fetch-zip can fetch more archives than just zip files. Okay. I don't need to click on that. I'll believe it. The hash, oh, fetch zip. So that means I can use Noogle here and type in fetch zip. It finds it and will tell me what it does. Oh, Isabel, you've let me down. This is not helpful, Isabel. Okay. The hash cannot be known until after the archive has been downloaded and unpacked. Why are we talking about hashes? Nix will complain if the hash supplied to fetch zip. I see, because we have to give it a hash. Set the hash attribute to an empty string and then use the resulting error message to determine the correct hash. All right. So first we have to pass I guess this is the hash. SHA-256 is a hash algorithm, so this is the hash. And we set it to the empty string like they said, and looks like we need to call this file hello.nix because it says it on the top. I looked at this a little bit before, so I'm sort of cheating. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I was bored and I couldn't like record stuff, so I was just like, well, I'm just gonna look at it. So I've cheated a little bit today because I do know some of this. Fetch zip. All right, so now we have two of these. This is going to give some of us serious problems looking at how I formatted this, especially if I do that. And you can complain in the comments so I know you're watching. And here we go. We have pname version. We have source. And we call fetch zip with the attributes, with an attribute set URL that has this URL, which I'll copy and paste. It is the GNU hello tar file, and we set SHA-256 to the empty string. All right, we're already at like 10 minutes, so I'm failing. I'm going to be failing here on time. Just get good faster. Here we go. I'm getting better at remembering to put semicolons though. All right, save this file to hello Nix and run Nix build. All right, so here's a problem that they told us about, something that they told us to use something that we don't know what it is. So Nix build builds a Nix expression distinct from Nix build, builds the derivation described in the Nix expression in path. So it builds the derivation, which I guess means the package. The symlink is called result. Okay. So if no paths are specified, Nix build will use default.nix. All right. Here's Nix build is essentially a wrapper around Nix instantiate to translate high-level Nix expression to a low-level store derivation, and Nix store realize to build the store derivation. So I guess like if we knew the magic, we could call Nix instantiate and Nix store ourselves. So, but I don't know. It probably calls Nix instantiate to get this function, and then runs it, and then passes like the values to Nix store or something like that. All right, so what did it say? Save this and run Nix build. Will do. Nix build. That's it, right? Oh, Nix build hello.nix. They just say run Nix build, but it says hello Nix here. All right, cannot evaluate a function that has an argument without a value. Standard env. Nix attempted to evaluate a function as a top-level expression. In this case, it must have its arguments applied either by default values or passed explicitly with arg or arg string. All right, so let's see. It needs to know what that is. The problem. The expression in hello Nix is a function which only produces its intended output if it is passed the correct arguments. All right. Standard env is available from Nix packages, which must be imported with another Nix expression in order to pass it as an argument to this derivation. So standard env is up here, right? Looks like it's here. Maybe I have to go back. Doesn't tell me like the high level, but yeah. Anyway, The recommended way to do this is to create a default.nix file in the same directory as hello nix with the following contents. All right, let's do that. So we will open up default.nix and we will nix packages equals fetch tarball. We talked about how we come up with these pinned packages in the last video, so you can take a look at that. And then now we are importing it, which actually will execute the expression in the package, and we are passing it parameters config and overlays. One is a list, the other is an attribute set. And then we return an attribute set with hello that's equal to packages.callPackage hello.nix. And then we will just copy this here. This is pinning it to a release and not a git commit. I think now that should be good. Okay, so this allows you to run nix build minus capital A hello to realize the derivation in hello nix, similar to the current convention used in nix packages. Oops. So if I do nix build minus capital A hello, what is that actually doing? Oh, I see. The hello is, the A is, let's look at the argument, I think. Oops. Minus A, so it's an attribute and then an attribute path, which are passed to nix instantiate. So we're telling it what argument to pass along. Select an attribute from the top level nix expression being evaluated. It's a sequence of attribute names separated by dots. All right, so what it's saying, I think, is that in here, since this, when we evaluate default.nix, it's going to return this attribute set with hello in it, and we're saying pass that to nix build. It's actually going to execute default.nix. So it's a little bit like nix build minus a hello, and probably we can pass default.nix. There we go. So that ran it. And now it said callPackage automatically passes attributes from packages to the given function if they match attributes required by that function's argument attribute set. Right. Okay, so it's basically saying we're going to call hello nix, and whatever it needs, go ahead and like pass it the attributes needed. Anyway, we'll learn more about what callPackages does later. There's some other tutorial. So I won't worry too much about it right now. There's a little bit of magic here. Now run the nix build command with the new argument. So we got this error. We got some SHA thing here. It's not the same SHA. So we find it and we place it in the empty string. So we just copy the hash code here. It starts after the hyphen and go to the very end. And where was that? Was that hello nix? Yeah. So it goes here. Now run the previous command again. All right. Looks like it's building the package. It's running like configure and GCC and all that kind of stuff. And now it is, I guess it's done. And now we have this thing. We also have a result that points to that same directory, right? Let's see. Store DG, yep. So now, let's see what it says. The console output shows that configure was called, which produced a make file that was used to build the project. It wasn't necessary to write any build instructions in this case because the standard env build system is based on GNU autoconf, which automatically detected the structure of the project directory. So it realized, oh, it had like special files to tell it how to build stuff and use that. Build result. Check your working directory for the result. Yeah, we have result is a symbolic link. So now we can call result bin hello. So cool. And I'm glad we got the newer version. It looks much better than the version we see on the web page. Congratulations to you too if you followed along. If you're just watching and not trying anything, shame on you. Next time, there's always next time, you can do better. You have successfully packaged your first program with Nix. Well, some of you probably already know Nix, so you get a pass. Next, you'll package another piece of software with external to standard dev, standard env, dependencies that present new challenges requiring you to make use of more make derivation features. All right. Well, that was pretty good. It seems like a good place to stop now. Please like and subscribe. Let me know in comments if you had any issues or if it worked out well. I hope that we come back to some of this stuff like call packages that I did not understand what it is. I'm sure we'll get to it. I like to get to the bottom of things. And I guess that's it. Thanks. Talk to you all later. Bye.